For the first time, an eerie feeling of calmness consumes me. My racing heart slows. The pounding in my chest resumes to a soothing rhythm. The anxiety that controlled me has moved on, as my mind is finding clarity. The end feels close now. I was just 13 years old when I first told my father that today was a good day to die. I struggled with the transition from the safe environment of primary school to the venomous domain that was high school. The bullying started early. From students years ahead of me, I was forced to change who I was, just to survive. The last straw came from my science teacher, who took great pleasure in ridiculing me. She pushed me closer to the edge. I left school in year 10 to escape. I began an apprenticeship, but unfortunately the bullying only got worse. In my late teens I found alcohol. The devil's juice succeeded in dulling the effects of my depression, but feeling ugly and overweight, I struggled to find love. Consistently being friend-zoned, I hit the bottle harder. Eventually I turned my back on the bottle and began hitting the gym, where I not only lost 60 kilos, but most importantly, I found my best friend, soulmate, and now wife. Life was fantastic, as I found someone I could share everything with, and even though the weather on our wedding day could have frozen the balls off a brass monkey, it was magical. In 1999, within days of becoming a father and falling in love with this small creation, I received the news that my dad was diagnosed with cancer. He died 4 months later. This was the tipping point that sent me spiralling back towards the darkness. Dad showed my mother a love and respect that was so infectious, but I never heard him say the words every child needs to hear. I love you. This destroyed me. Not a day passes that I don't tell my sons that I love them. Mum died 10 years after my dad. She was my everything, a true source of unconditional love. My life began to unravel. My relationship with my siblings was never close due to a large age gap. After my mother's passing, I now have little or no contact with them. I understand that through life, friendships evolve and sometimes diminish, but my inability to hold on to them became like a disorder. New friendships became harder to forge because this hideous disease would not allow me to be myself. Over time, dinner dates with friends went from a steady flow to a drought, and I blame myself because of my social ineptness. I desperately turned to social media, but this only fueled my depression. My emotions are running wild. I set out to develop an exit strategy, believing that the world would be better off without me. I wish we, as a society, could accept everybody with all their wonderful flaws and not judge a person by their social status or possessions. Seriously, who cares if last night's dishes remain in the sink unwashed, or if the lawn needs mowing? Embrace people for who they are, especially the ones that love you back. These are the most important people in anyone's world. My biggest problem is that I love too much, I care too much, but unfortunately I break too easy. All of these moments, these lost connections, have brought me to this beach, feeling worthless, unlovable, and utterly alone. I stand on these grains of sand, emotionless and broken. Today is a good day to die.